Oh, it's fun, crazy. It's painful, but it's wonderful. What is the name?
It's Reusse Unchained.
All right, it's Reusse Unchained. And before we get into topics of the day here, if you're bad at thinking what gift you should give that loved one in your life, or if you're just looking for an awesome,
I
cool gift,
am. Tell
yeah,
me.
here it is. And Judd, maybe you have yours. Mine's over here, out of reach right now. The
Right here.
Aura frames.
Yep.
So you can digitally upload any pictures you want to these Aura frames. Like Judd thought it'd be funny to upload the Mike Zimmer, Kirk Cousins press conference photo to his Aura frame.
Yes.
Ironically, Pat, with the exit sign over Mike Zimmer's head
There you go, Pat.
which was foreshadowing the future.
Oh, yes.
So, Aura, you can unlimited free photos and video to your Aura frames. You can preload photos before it ships. So you could send that to Mike Zimmer and you could mail it to him and it would be there for him. Be great. Gift box included. Share photos and videos effortlessly. So it's very, very easy. So go to Aura. It's auraframes.com. AURAframes.com. Promo code Unchained to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames. AURAframes.com. Promo code Unchained. All right, Pat. What's
By coincidence, Judd and I were talking about Zimmy last night, and kind of the fact that we're beginning to think O'Connell is certainly more immature than Zimmy is. When Zimmy was mad, he just kind of let it out, right? He told everybody about it and he let it out. But you didn't have to wonder what was going on with him. O'Connell it's mystifying what's going on yesterday. That all of a sudden, all the stuff we were talking about 3 weeks ago is not important now. Just turn it loose. I'm been one of the more surprising things of my recent years is how he's not what we thought he was. I thought he was kind of like a thick-skinned. I know I'm brilliant. I can the quarterback whisper and all that. And if things go wrong, he could roll with it. He's still a young guy, I guess, coaching wise. But I'm surprised that he's had such difficulty handling this. Am I wrong? I'm very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I'll ask you this. One of the things we talked about on Purple Daily today is how much this has all crashed down in the last 12 months. But how has your perception of Kevin O'Connell changed from where it was a year ago?
I wouldn't say 180, but I'd say 120 at least. I never imagined this guy was hiding back behind the confident guy we saw on the sidelines, and I assumed that he would have a easier time handling, disappointment, if defeat than he has. I'm very surprised that it's been that hard on him, and I guess not having been out there, I don't really know what it's like behind the scenes, but apparently he's a very sensitive fella. So anyway,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I think we can all concur that he has not been he hasn't been happy. I'll say this. He has not been thrilled sometimes with the tone of coverage too.
no,
And I won't go into any more details than that, but why are you worried about that? Is
yes,
my what
yes,
I think the minute that coaches and executives start to get those rabbit ears, and listen, we appreciate if you want to read a Reusse column or
yeah,
listen to a
right,
Purple Daily, it's great, but as things are kind of crumbling around, that should be what
yes.
people think of you from the outside should be the last thing you focus on.
That's right. And I think, Judd, you dealt with him a lot more than I did, but I think Zimmer, he didn't like the shots that were taken at him, but he, I don't think was ever this sensitive, was he? I mean, he'd get mad and he'd tell you, but Judd and I were talking about one thing last night, Phil, I'm just kind of sad, and I might have mentioned this earlier in the week, that Chris Thomason went to Denver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really
Oh,
am,
would have been
because
glorious this
if
season.
you could if he was throwing some of the Tom bombs at O'Connell, how would Zim had to handle this nuclear weapon in his media corps who would ask anything. How would O'Connell handle him? Because
Well,
he'd come up like
yeah.
say. McCarthy has had the two worst games of a quarterback, and statistically, in the last 57 years. What do you think of
What do you
that?
make of
Wait a
that,
minute,
Coach?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about how bad
And
JJ
read the whole
McCarthy has
thing.
been?
But the difference is, so Zim was thin-skinned, Pat. But the difference
Yes.
was Zim would then just get mad in front
Yeah.
of us,
And
so it was fine.
And he'd let you know it. He'd let you know it.
Yeah,
He didn't,
O'Connell's passive aggressive. So
Yes.
so like he tries not to show it until he can't hold it back, and then it comes off weird because fans are used to a certain O'Connell at the podium, right? And then
Yes.
when it changes or he's short with an answer, everyone's like, "What was that?"
Yeah.
He would be better off just being himself
Yes.
and being pissed off part of the time because Zim, you always knew when Zim was mad.
Yeah, and I've always been way more offended by the guy who's passive aggressive as a prominent coach than the guy that just told you you're a jackass and I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah,
That was,
respect.
I mean, I had easier time handling that, and that's happened a few times, but yeah, I think that's the perfect description of him psychologically, and it's astounding to me. Not being around him that much, I never imagined from a distance that guy was behind there. I thought he was just a confident, you know, guy that was ready to face any obstacles, and it's not the opposite now. I wonder what he'll do. I wonder what he'll do in the off season. Will he kind of go to some camp someplace and settle down and some emotionally? Maybe
Well,
he ought to
maybe
go down
him and his next quarterback can do an ayahuasca
yeah,
camp
I was
together.
just gonna say that he can go to Costa Rica, hang out with his next quarterback, and smoke whatever that is that the NFL approves of, apparently, because even though it certainly seems like a hybrid form of marijuana, apparently it's not. So,
There's
Yeah,
anyway,
nothing like marijuana.
you know. Ayahuasca is nothing like
I
marijuana.
don't.
Wait, you say that confidently? You
Well,
Nothing like,
how am
nothing
I
like, nothing like
to,
It's a
that.
to,
hallucinogenic, right?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
switch 180? How did he get away with not the NFL not doing anything about that?
I think they were. I
Aaron
think
Rodgers.
they didn't want the 600-page manifesto argument in the appeals process. They're like,
Yes,
whatever,
right.
just do
Yes.
your thing, dude.
What was the name of the girlfriend? He broke up with her, but Blue
Well,
Sky
he's.
or
Oh
no?
yeah,
Oh, the witch?
No, next
Blue
one.
Earth? Blue of Earth?
blue of
No.
Earth,
Right?
Blue
Was
of
it, no,
Earth.
blue of something. Blue of something. I don't think it was Earth, but it was blue of something. But she was in the pool with him, smoking whatever. But you don't digest it, right? You smoke it.
I think you drink it.
Well,
Oh, okay.
ayahuasca, you drink it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Again, from
Well,
what I've heard.
I mean,
From what
that
I've
was.
heard.
I
Declan,
went.
no, I don't know what it is.
I fast forwarded a bunch of the stuff of the Rodgers documentary that he edited, and but the stuff in Costa Rica was compelling. I'll tell you that because I had no idea he was that goofy.
Have we seen his fiance or wife yet? I thought he came out and said that he got
thought he
married
got
at the start of the
Yeah, he
season.
wears a wedding ring on like he's got like a black band.
Is
on
she
his ring.
real? Is she imaginary?
Him and Manti Te'o going out on double dates.
Yeah, yes, that's right. It could be.
Meet my
Will
girlfriend.
Will there
meet
be
my wife.
will there be two more joining you, gentlemen? What do you mean?
They're
We're all
here.
We're all here.
Gang
You want
all
some more
here.
ayahuasca?
John
He
Cena's there too.
finally turned on his mates in Pittsburgh last week.
Oh
too.
God, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
finally turned on. He's not real good. Yeah, kind of like our coach. He's not real good at taking responsibility here.
That's why we need this.
bad
You know what? For entertainment purposes
Oh, God,
only,
yes, yes.
we almost
Well-
need it to happen, don't we?
What have you watched him much though? Is it still there? Or I mean, it's obviously
It's a lot of
not
checkdowns.
as good.
There's no arm strength left.
It's a lot of
arm
checkdowns.
strength that you
No,
can't-
no. But Pat,
Which was
he and Thielen are going to be This is going to be fantastic. You want finger pointing?
okay.
You're going to get finger pointing from those two.
Yeah, but Rodgers without arm strength. I mean, that was the greatest thing about him. We I don't know if we appreciated what an athlete he was. As far as delivering the ball and throwing it 60, 70 yards on a dime and stuff like that. And once you lose that, he's in trouble. I think. What do you think? I think he's going to get Tomlin fired too, right? I think Tomlin's finally going to get fired, don't you?
It's as close as they've been in almost
Yeah.
2 decades to
Yeah.
firing him.
They
I
don't
can't
do-
remember did I ask you this on Wednesday? If not, I'll ask it again. If Tomlin becomes available, would you get rid of KOC for Tomlin? Did I ask you that?
No, you didn't, but I would not do that. I would.
Okay.
I think Tomlin is. I think Tomlin is. He's done his 20 years. He's got beaten up enough. He needs to rest. He needs to go down to Costa Rica for about a year and hang out with Blue of Earth or somebody like that to mellow out. Because I think what was he when he left here? 34.
Yeah.
34.
I think
34.
so.
So he's only mid-50s, right? But
Yeah.
I don't think so.
By the way, there
You
was
know
a.
what?
Yeah,
I
you go
will
ahead.
say, surprised the hell out of me for Abel of be turning out to be the, coach of the year. So of course that's what a quarterback can do for a fellow. But
It helps.
but
Yeah.
I never thought much of him as a coach. And he goes in there and he's fantastic. So
Speaking of coaches here, I'd love to read you one of our Feedback Friday emails from Purple Daily here, because when the team is off the rails, it's let's dig for all the potential people to blame here. I kind of like this angle. Matt Burns emailed Purple Daily and said, "Why are we ignoring the elephant in the room? Josh McClown is trash, the quarterback's coach." He's failing JJ McCarthy. Look at his
Yes.
resume. So he was Bryce Young, rookie Bryce Young's quarterbacks coach in Carolina in 2023, and Bryce Young was atrocious in those first 10 games. And McCown, or McClown as the emailer refers to him as, he got blown out with Frank Reich like 10 or 11
Yes.
games into the season. So, but Josh McCown, who at one point was maybe going to jump in from being a backup quarterback to a head coach in Houston,
Yes,
he got
right.
interviewed. He was this kind of hot young candidate, and he gets dismissed with the other offensive staffers. And then McCarthy has been even worse than Bryce Young in his first few starts. So Josh McClown under the
Yes.
microscope here.
And weren't we excited about the fact that he had some kind of a relationship with JJ or something?
With Darnold and Drake May.
With Darnold, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Drake May, I could have a relationship with him, Hey, throw that ball 60 yards down there on the sideline and hit the guy right in the chest, will you? That would
Ready, break.
do that. Do that. I could coach that guy, for God's sakes. He's what a franchise. I mean, they had a little break, but I don't think it's fair that one franchise has Brady and May for 25 out of 30 years. It's going to be here, right? They're 27 out of, poor old senile horn dog Bob Kraft is going out with this guy after.
That's why you get really bad.
Yes,
You're
that's
really
true.
good, and then you get really bad. You don't try to milk out. Let's try to get 8 wins.
Well, you guys bring it up. What happens? What happens if he doesn't show you anything? Now what do we got left? 5 games, right? The last 5 games, and now you're picking third. What do you do?
Oh, well, if you're
Yeah.
here's the thing, if you're picking third, you might be tempted to, I know it's kind of a weaker quarterback class, but you would have access to
Yeah.
the second quarterback off the board.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it would.
The Titans don't need a quarterback. The Raiders do, but some of the other teams.
The Raiders.
Raiders do a
The
lot.
Pete Carroll comeback didn't work out too well, did it? Holy cow!
Shocking.
It's not going well.
Absolutely shocking. Hey, Patrick, Twinsfest. The dates have been announced. I hope you're all locked in. I guess we have the Diamond Awards now on Friday night. This is very
I
exciting.
don't think there's a Diamond Award ceremony. It's just, I don't think there's a special thing. Is there? It's just they're just going to give them
They
away.
are. They're still doing one, but they're allowing fans to purchase tickets.
I thought they always purchase tickets.
Well,
No,
you can
I
like
think
you can make a donation for a table, but like now Bob and Judy, who have season tickets in the, lower level, can now just attend the Diamond Awards. And as the advertising says, snap selfies with current and former Twins players.
Yeah,
is
it'll
former
be.
Twin Byron Buxton going to be
What
there?
what are the
How about
dates?
Joe
What are the
Ryan?
dates? End of January.
Jan
Jan-
26th.
Yeah. In fact, well, Joe, so they already have announced, and of course, subject to change, the confirmed appearances, and Joe Ryan's going to be there. Pablo will be there. No
Maybe,
confirmation on Byron Buxton.
maybe if maybe we could have if they both get traded, have them show up and have a little send off party for them.
I want to know what.
Joe's gone, by the way.
Yeah,
I think they're both gone. Don't
I
you?
really want to know what impact Cole DeVries has had on this organization to keep coming back as alumni for Twinsfest. I
Hey,
really
Cole,
want to
hold
know.
I
on.
love him. I love him. He's a great talker.
He's a great
and
guy. Just it's
he
so.
wears the
I like him
tightest.
too.
He wears worse suits than Fleck. He's got the tight all the way halfway up his shin suits. He's always got those tight old suits. When did he have his 6 week run?
Like
When did he?
2012.
Yeah, right. What a
It is
great
kind of
quote.
random.
Phil, you were around then, right? When
Yeah,
he
I
was
covered. I like Cole. He's
oh,
a
great quote. He
good
is a
story, good quote.
fantastic quote.
The coaches and alumni: Bert Blyleven, Rod Carew, Kent Herbeck, Corey Koski, even our guy Trevor Plouffe, Denard Span, Cole
And
DeVries.
Cole
I just think it's so funny.
Cole is he's a volunteer, man. He'll be there every year. Say,
And
I
it's
gotta
also
bring
Pat.
one.
Hold on, one last
Okay,
thing on the Twins. Do you follow do you follow them on like Twitter, Pat, the Twins account?
I
Every
see it once in a while. I don't.
every time
It's,
they try to, they're not sending a lot of stuff out because of the negative PR backlash, but man, that social media team, they popped their head out of the curtain. A few weeks ago it was, look at the beautiful like northern lights over Target Field, just kind of this beautiful
yeah.
stadium. And every response is bleep you, sell the team. And yesterday, the poor Twins come TC Bear, and it's Twinsfest is back this January. Join us for the official kickoff on social media, and it's presented by Dove. And every response is go away.
They should not. They should only be on Blue Sky. They should go. I mean,
So it's
they
more
should
friendly.
not go to Twitter. You'll get insulted over there, but not. They ought to go. They ought to go to Blue Sky. One thing I want to bring up: is there any weirder league than the NBA? I mean, there's no other league where 30% of the time you got two teams playing, and one team just says, "We're just gonna screw off here for 38 minutes, and then we're gonna beat these guys." That we did that again last night in New Orleans. You're playing against 12 guys nobody ever heard of, and you're you stink basically. Nobody plays. Nobody tries, and then you win the game. It's we used to be the team they did that to, so we should enjoy this. But
Yeah.
and once in a while you get caught and actually lose those games because like the Wizards here last year with their second win of the season and ended a 16-game losing streak. But God, it is a goofy league. But the other thing is, two straight times, Rudy's sitting in the fourth quarter while they're playing the other five guys. Right?
Yeah.
I wonder how he's taking that.
Yeah. I mean, to this point, he's said the right things, but
Yes.
he's also old enough now. He's 33.
Yeah. Right. What the heck? He can. And he's sitting next to Connolly, so they can. Connolly can calm him down and say, that's okay. Like, they're still paying us, Rudy. Don't worry about it. So,
Yeah, we'll be
but
fine.
yeah, I mean, it was that New Orleans, by the way. I wonder how much money that owner got. Nobody comes to the games, and for good reason. But plus the town doesn't have any money since the hurricane. It's one of the brokest towns in the world. So I'm shocked that they aren't moving someplace.
Well, they've had too the last 20 years. They've had some incredible superstars that they've had. Chris Paul,
Yes,
Anthony Davis, the
yes.
DeMarcus Cousins. They've had Zion for 20% of the games, whatever.
Boy, you talk about what the reaction's going to be, when the Twins go on the Twitter or something now. When when it's announced Zion is injured, oh, it is that Twitter is not kind to him either. That's for sure. But
Yeah,
I think he's played. The stat was like 40% of the games since he was the number one draft choice.
yeah,
What a
that's bad.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I can't stand Duke guys even when they do play, so it doesn't make any difference.
Yep. All right, Pat. Well, soon we'll know where the Gophers are going bowling,
Oh yeah, that's
and
right, Sunday. I
and
don't
by the
think
way,
they're gonna have to go to the. I
I owe
don't
an
think.
apology because on the Gopher basketball front, I mocked them with you a couple days ago, and so I'm a little nervous about the Gophers against Indiana and Purdue. Well,
Yeah.
one down, one to go on the upset
Don't
front.
worry about
Did
Purdue.
you guys watch that second
Yeah,
half?
Yeah,
The,
yeah,
it's good.
they played the hell out of defense, and Indiana scored 100 against Marquette. This
yeah.
team scored 100 against Marquette. They scored 86 against Kansas State or something. They were inept. They couldn't get off a good shot against these plumbers that he's got playing for him. It was an amazing victory, and of course, 100% we were gonna the 28 students that were there rush the court, so that was
It's
good.
great.
I
Love
was
it.
fine with that one.
Oh yeah, sure. What? Who
You know,
cares?
it's a
I've
big
given
victory
up.
for your
I've
program.
given up now.
Well, I still don't like the Wisconsin football
Yeah.
one because they're awful.
I would have cut the nets down. Actually, I would have gone a step further after
Had
the court
Nico
department.
brought the ladder out and had Nico go up there and
That's
cut
right.
the nets down.
Yes, right. That
Good
would
for
have been
him.
good. Yeah. What the old saying? What was the old Paul? We text and talk more than people know. What was
Yeah.
the old
We
Paul
talk
Allen
and
thing?
text. No,
We
that was
talk and
actually
text
Danny.
more.
That was Danny B that said that. Yeah.
Danny, we talk
And
and
now
text
you
more.
and
No,
the
well,
head coach.
I texted Nico and said, good defense there. I'm shocked, but good luck in Purdue is all just because,
Sure, he appreciated that.
I basically told him, I can't believe you beat anybody, so, and he's a good guy. He is a good guy.
He's like,
But,
Yeah.
I agree.
He is.
but,
He's like, I'm just as shocked as
I'm
you are.
I'm as
But-
shocked as you are.
I
More
even
so.
know half these players' names. Oh, it's
but
fine.
he's going to be 5-15 in the Big Ten. Forget Indiana. Forget beating
But hey,
Indiana.
that's an early resume bubble bursting win there for
Yep.
the Gophers.
Oh, yes,
You know?
it is.
You can't
Fantastic.
get to the tourney without some resume
Yeah,
builders, and they've got
that's
one.
true.
They got one.
That's true.
Oh,
Makes
God.
up for that 40-point loss to Santa Clara. Or
That's
whatever
right.
the hell it was. Yeah, right. All right, gents.
See ya.
Have
All
a
right,
good
Pat.
weekend.
All right, Pat.
You
See ya.
too. There
Bye.
he is, Reusse Unchained.